Hello, 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 and thank you for tuning in to Spiritual Messages from a Star. I thank you so much for tuning back into my channel. And upon popular request, a lot of people have been requesting me to do certain celebrities, then ask me if I'm getting back into the celebrity readings, and because I have a lot of requests for that. And I said, maybe I will when I have time, and today I have time. So if you haven't seen already the Ariana Grande celebrity reading video, please check that out also. I just did that earlier today. And the video, the messages that I'm doing with the celebrity readings is far more than what you will get from the newspaper, from the magazines, from the tabloids, from the internet, from TV, the media sites and all that. This is like a deep down personal reading for them that some of you don't even know that they've been through this, going through this, or went through this. So that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what a reading is. I get deep down dirty inside what's really going on. Okay. So today I'm doing 6ix9ine because I know you don't want to hear me just go on. You ready to hear the reading. So by popular request, here we go. Now it talks about the Ace of Spades. It talks about new ideas. Him at 6ix9ine, you're having new ideas, new beginnings, new projects, new plans and breakthroughs, intellectual ability, mental clarity. You're having more clear thinking and the ability to concentrate. It's talking about communication and visions and the forces that are out there, forces that are out there. Because I can see a transformation. He's going through a transformation. And this is a spiritual card. The Ace of Spades is the most spiritual card in the whole deck. So it's a spiritual transformation that he's going through. And I see him starting to have faith in others and assessing forgiveness and unconditional love. I'm only reading what the cards say is talking about. So I see that happening for him. And then it also talks about heartbreak, emotional pain, sorrow, grief, hurt, negative self-talk. I can see him, the spirit is showing me he's doing negative self-talk. He's talking to himself negatively. And he needs to release because there's pain, there's optimism, is forgiveness that needs to be had. It could be forgiveness with himself and other people, or both. But forgiveness, because it says it twice. It's talking about pain. But the pain is inflicted by his own words. It talks about actions and intent on the emotional and physical self. Yeah, this pain, okay, Spirit, thank you. The pain is inflicted by words, by actions, by intent on his emotional and physical self. And it talks about, Spirit is saying with this pain, just like the storm clouds, how the storm clouds come, they soon disappear. So just like the pain and the hurt he is experiencing or has experienced, is saying that it will disappear. It will soon disappear like the clouds. But until then, it's talking about unhappiness, heartache, sorrow, sadness, depression, trauma, disorders, loneliness, absence and betrayal, disorders, loneliness. It's talking about grief. There's grief and pain. Grief and pain. He has experienced so much grief and pain. But this is part of his life experience. Grief and pain is a part of anyone's life experience, but this is a part of his life experience that he has to go through. And with this heartbreak, this heartbreak, this grief, this sadness, it provides insight for him. It provides great insight for him. It also talks about sorrow and quarrels, continues. Sorrow and fighting. It could be fighting like physically or mentally. But he's fighting. He's fighting. With friends. It could be friends and family. And it's saying for him to avoid arguments with friends and let them win for now. So it was a lot of arguments. And it was deception, a lot of deception all around. It's deception, lies, trickery, cheating, lack of conscience, underhanded behavior, theft, burglary, fraud, dodgy deals, and a general lack of conscience. Escaping detection and getting away with something. But it's talking about short-term sorrows that put him, 6ix9ine, in an unstable situation. Some short-term sorrows that put him in an unstable situation. But the Ace of Spades is talking about him feeling trapped. He's feeling trapped. He's confined. He's restricted into a corner or having his hands tied. This signifies he had fear because he was trapped and confined and restricted. It signified fear, terror, anxiety, and even psychological issues. This is what he had, even psychological issues. A lot of anxiety, a lot of terror, a lot of fear. It talks about he was feeling pressure. And he was in a crisis. Feeling pressure, being in some type of crisis or going through a dilemma or some type of drama. Negative thoughts. He continued to have so much negative thoughts. And the negative thoughts was him. It was like inflicting all these negative and talking negative and saying negative things and putting himself down and all this stuff. It was him doing this he was doing this to himself. It was self-imposed restriction, imprisonment. Victim mentality. He had the victim. Oh, whoa, I'm the victim. Whatever. He had this victim. Woe is me. Victim mentality, and it talks about him being in prison, like imprisonment, restriction, trapped, confined, in a corner, hands tied, and all this because he had self-limiting beliefs. He was his own inner critic. He was his worst critic. It talks about him needing to release all these negative thoughts and open his mind to new perspectives. It's like he was trapping himself in place. He was trapping himself in one place, like he was blindfolded. And with his limiting thoughts and his limiting beliefs and his limited mindset, it prevented him from moving forward in his life. And it's saying that he needs to start looking through his third eye in order to see things clearly, because what needs to be seen, you can't see it with his regular eyes. It was with his third eye, even dealing with his intuition. Dealing with his intuition is something that he did not see or could not see clearly. Excuse me for a second so I can close this window. Okay, now it stopped. Now the noise stopped. Excuse me for that. So that, yeah, it's something that he needed to see that he wasn't seeing clearly. And you can't, and whatever it was that he was trying to see and needed to see, it wasn't with his regular eyes. It wasn't with his regular eyes. Wow. And then it goes into misfortune, grief, ruin, tragic endings, sadness, fear, worry, negative emotions associated with unfortunate events, hang-ups, blockages from reaching his goals. It talks about him having obsessiveness or compulsive behavior. Secrets. There was secrets, mysteries, lies, suspicions, deception, criminal activity, betrayal. And it was like the evil forces was playing on his conscience. And he felt like he was in a dark place. He was in a dark place where it even felt cold. It even felt cold. It was so dark, it was cold. Wow. Wow. Okay, let's keep it going here. Let's keep it going. Then he received a 10 of diamonds, which is a very good omen card. And it indicates success after a difficult period. And him realizing, like with his projects and hard work, that will bring him abundance through his hard work and his projects, that was not supported by his entourage. His hard work and stuff that wasn't supported by his team. Like he had some people in his team that wasn't supporting his career, his creativity, his projects anymore. It says anymore. It's like they stopped supporting him. But he comes out. He comes out because this indicates success after a difficult period of time. These projects that in creativity and putting in this hard work is going to bring him financial comfort and abundance and success. But for some reason, things was happening around him. Like everything was late. He was finding out things late. He was late to some type of conclusion, or late for some type of affair that happened. He was late finding out that, or this conclusion, or a project. He was late on this project or this unforeseen event. Oh, okay. This is a bad omen card. And it represents obstacles. There was a lot of obstacles in his way. And it talks about an unforeseen event that he will have to face. And if you all follow 6ix9ine, you can already follow this story here from the cards, from the messages. So I don't even really have to get into everything that happened. So the ones that are his fans or even know about him, it's like the cards just don't lie. They don't lie. Now he ended up having quite a few hearts in here in his reading. And one was a very positive card, which the Two of Hearts. And it represents unity and love in a romantic relationship. It signifies harmony and mutual respect and appreciation in friendships and partnerships. Equality and balance. Positive or happy elements. It talks about success in love or the realization of a romantic relationship through marriage. Okay. And it talks about a reunion, a celebration. Someone from his past is coming back into his life. He could meet this person from the past could be at a party or event that he has, or some type of celebration, an engagement party, or whatever. Some type of celebration. Some type of celebration is coming his way, but it's talking about someone from his past is coming back to him. Okay, I'm not going to stay too long on that. Then it talks about, once again, emotional and romantic worlds. It's like his guardian angel is protecting his joy and happiness, like his sentimental success, despite any doubts and obstacles that can appear his way. It protects him from life's hazards. So it's like his guardian angels is circling him with this joy and happiness, like it's protecting him around this joy and happiness. So despite whatever has happened or the rumors that are out there, it's talking about someone's coming back from his past, the love that could possibly result into marriage. And there you go. It talks about a mature female. This person that comes into his life is a mature female. She's a mature female. She's kind, she's caring, and she's supportive. She's sentimental. She has a sensitive soul. And she's a good listener. She's an empath. She's an empath to the feelings of others. It says she's already a mother. She's affectionate, loving, and she's like warm. She's warm, she's loving, she's affectionate. Now, she could be a mother or be an expected mother. And this person, this female woman is 6ix9ine's partner or friend, or like I said, she could be a mother or whatever. But she's very kind, she's very supportive, she's a good listener, very sensitive. Wow. Let me get into these cards real quick here. His angel message, 6ix9ine, your angel message is saying that too easy does it. Too easy does it. There is no need to hurry or force things to happen because everything is occurring in perfect time. And something to deal with guiding children. It says you are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. It says to use your skills to help children now. Okay, 6ix9ine. I didn't see that coming, but okay. That's why I say you never really know a person. You can see them on TV, music videos, see them on Instagram or these little social sites, but you really, really don't know a person until you know a person. Okay, it's talking about here recovery. Talks about recovery, recuperation, a timeout. I'm not sure. It could be recovery and recuperation. That could be involving some type of, health, medical, or just even in your head, mental. But it's talking about recovery, recuperation, time out. And it's also talking about 6ix9ine, this emotional stability. Like his emotional stability is off. It's like the balance is so off. He has a possible low level of depression. And he could be ignoring certain positive aspects in his life. But I do see responsibilities are weighing him down very heavily. He's burdened, but he's almost at the end of some type of project or life stage. But there is someone like a kindly counselor or it says a kindly counselor that gives wise advice based on their own experience, even though they have darker undercurrents, like they could, have to be an addict of some kind or an alcoholic. This person gives wise counseling and wise advice based on their own experience. Now, I'm not sure if we're talking about this woman that's coming into his life or in his life or whatever, this kind, caring, this person that gives him the listening ear, offers emotional support, that's caring and affectionate. But this kindly counselor is attached to this woman that offers emotional support and a listening ear, although she has problems of her own. So, so 6ix9ine, I do see you talking to someone. You're entrusting someone and you're talking to someone that's giving you this emotional support. Then it talks about materially. Materially you're well off, but spiritually you're dissatisfied. And you're looking for a possible new direction. And I see you leaving. You're leaving something. You're splitting up from something. I see there's a change of direction. And you're starting to focus on work. You're honing in on your skills. And this could be with a team. Teamwork, collaboration. But I see you really focusing and zoning and honing in on your skills, on your gift. And then it talks about someone from the past. Once again, someone from the past, some childhood comes back to revisit you. An old flame appears into your life. And I see you celebrating friendship out with the boys, like a night out. Because now it's like the end of this emotional cycle that you've been going on. This transformation, this change. But someone is coming back. An old flame is going to appear in your life. And in the end, it talks about new job, change of career, improving skills, undergoing training or teaching. So, all we can do is watch and see, when all this happens. What goes on here, but new job, change of skills, teaching, because it's talking about guiding kids too, so wherever that lies. What's this here? Yeah. Heartache and loss. I already read on that. Heartache and loss. You went through a tremendous heartache and loss in your life. And you had to deal with some earthly issues. Dealing with money, survival, shelter, all kinds of things. It was some earthly issues that you had to really deal with that affected you. And you went through an emotional withdrawal. Stemming from this heartache and loss. And it talks about you being discontent and bored. It was like you're restless. Like you're waiting for the signal to move because of these delays and these things that had you tied. It's like you're discontent in your life and you're bored in your life, and it's like you know that it's more for you to do. It's like you're waiting on, I don't know, it's some type of signal to move. You waiting on this message or someone to say something to you or whatever, but it's like you're waiting. And with this waiting, you're restless. And it's like, I'm ready. And finally, it talks about patience, because you had to have patience. And this being discontent and being ready and waiting on this signal to move is talking about you had to have patience. And in this patience, you needed to plan. Make a clear plan. And you had these obstacles and challenges in the way. These delays. These obstacles and challenges in the way. But it's like this temptation, the devil card was blocking you. It was like a stronghold to addictions, or like your hands were tied or you were stuck, or in bondage. You was in bondage. And it was some type of stronghold in your life, addiction. Something in the negative field, negative. Very strong. It was very strongly attached to you. But you end up moving on. It's something you had to face in the shadows, in the dark. Something you had to face in and you can't really see it clearly on here because of the background. But it's something you had to face in the dark, 6ix9ine. Something you had to stand up and face in the dark, in the shadows, in order to move on into the light. And you had to have the courage, the self-will, the power, the self-esteem, the independence, the willpower to do this. Because it wasn't easy for you. You had to stand in your leadership, authority. You had to stand in your power. You had to take leadership in your life. And something happened with your crown chakra that became lit, because it's something that you finally seen. It's something that you finally discovered. Oh my goodness, I'm just looking here. Something you discovered. Because it's something that you wish for. It's something that you wish for. It's something that you hope for. And guess what? Something happened on your path with this transformation that you had to go through, because now your wish, if it hasn't already came, is coming quickly to you. An accelerated motion, accelerated speed. This wish is coming speedily to you. What was once a wish and was something once that you hoped for, now it's coming quickly to you, because the universe has finally opened up to you and is working in your favor. The universe is working in your favor. And with that, I don't know if you had to sit in solitude for a while. It was something you was patiently planning. Something you was studying and researching. Something you was learning and growing from. Whatever it is, you was in solitude. You was by yourself. And you was patiently planning whatever this is. Whatever this is. You was patiently planning this and researching it and studying and just looking at it, just going over things. But whatever it is you was patiently planning and researching and studying, it comes to pass. Because now you have harmony and peace in your life. You have love in your life. It's like now you have this balance in your life. And although some of us are fans, some of us are fans, and we look at certain things on TV and what's going on in the media and even in the news and just looking at your life, there's more to it than people know. So whatever it is, whatever you've been, because you was wishing, you was hoping, you was praying, because all 3 cards came out. All 3 wish cards came out. All 3. 1, 2, 3. So whatever this was, it was something you was consistently wishing for, hoping for, praying for, believing in, having faith in. And it comes to pass. Because now you have, like I said, you have this harmony, this well-being, this peace in your life. And something comes in quickly for you. Something comes in very quickly for you. And the last part of the reading, it talks about future planning. I'm calling you 6ix9ine, but your real name is Daniel Hernandez. That's interesting to know. But it's talking about future planning. And that's what it is in the solitude. You're trying to find the card, but you're doing future planning. There you go, solitude card. Future planning, which is starting to be progress. It's showing progress, and it's a decision that you have to make. It's a decision that you have to make. And then it talks about where there's obstacles and challenges because you're fearing the unknown. You're fearing the unknown. Because before there was a lack of planning. There was a lack of planning. You was fearing the unknown. You didn't know what was going to happen. There was fear. There was regret. And walking away. It was something you had to walk away from. But there was fear and regret and walking away. But there was personal growth. There was personal growth. Like I said, this transformation. You had to go through this transformation. There was personal growth because something ended for you. But a new door opened. Because once you stood in your power, when you ended up standing in your power, it talks about you knowing what you want. You knowing what you want. You're starting to act with independence. You're starting to fight for yourself. You're smart. You're self-sufficient. Once again, you're independent. And it's saying to not let no one mold you into who you are. Because you're your own unique person. You walk your own path. And to not let no one mold you. Because you're too wise to be conformed to traditional roles. To what everybody else is doing. You're too wise for that. You're too smart for that. You're too independent from that. And you start being strong. And standing in your power. It also talks about a celebration. Once again, celebration. You're celebrating good fortune with close friends or relatives. I see you celebrating good fortune, and you're expressing your inner child. You're expressing your inner child. You're being more expressive with that. And it's saying be careful because nostalgia, like past memories, like this person coming back into your life from the past, revisiting this old flame, it's saying be careful how you view relationships from the past. Because some relationships from the past that did not work, they colored your attitude. It could be from betrayal, deception. That could be on your part or the other person's part or both of your parts. But it's talking about to be careful what your attitude towards is in relationships. And don't let your past accommodate into your next relationship. Let the past be the past. Spirit is also advising you to give and receive love in a warm relationship. So like I said, with this person, this a kindly counselor that gives you a listening ear, she's all in the mix of that, because she's give you a listening ear. She's caring. She's empath, because she feels other people, and she's good to talk to, a really good person to talk to. But and she's warm, and she's loving. But it's advising you to give and receive love in a warm relationship, because before there wasn't a warm relationship. It wasn't a good feeling relationship. It didn't feel like it was warm. It was loving. It was just a beautiful relationship. So it's saying that, I guess, the next relationship you come in, or however this plays out, is advising you to give and receive love in a warm relationship. But I see in the end, where it's talking about harmony, peace, and well-being, is saying unconditional love. So whoever this person from the past that comes into your life, I see there's unconditional love based on true perception and wisdom. What do you perceive as love? So whatever this unconditional love, not only for yourself but in this relationship, is based on your true perception and wisdom of what love is and what love should be for you. Now, this person could be, it could be you or the other person, but it's talking about a strong, mature man and an ideal lover. So either you're this strong, mature man, an ideal lover, or this woman's a strong, mature woman, and she's your ideal lover. And it also talks about you are the benefactor in the arts. Now, if we're talking about, if this is talking, like I said, it's either you being the strong, mature, and ideal lover, and you benefit in arts, which we all know that. And it could also be talking about this woman that's strong and mature and an ideal lover. And she could be in the arts also as well. So however this resonates with you. But we will see, I guess, with the media or whatever happens, if that even comes out. Because I'll just follow your story now. I don't really follow your story. I don't follow a lot of people's story. Bad enough trying to follow my own. So I mean, but after I do readings and you know, on the different celebrities, sometimes I look up certain information on TV, or it just happened to come and just like, oh, okay, that's what happened. Okay, that's what that meant. So in the end, you're gonna have harmony and peace in your life. That's as far as I read. So I know it was a long reading. It should have been 15 minutes, and it's almost 40 minutes. But however the message lied, that's how long the reading is. So I thank you so much for tuning in to Spiritual Messages from a Star. I hope 6ix9ine get this message, hopefully, and some things already happened for him, and he can see some of the outcome of this. So I hope that he comes across the video and sees this. But wow. I love my gift. I love what I do, because I can see more into the story than what the media can give you. So I thank you so much. And if you have a request for a celebrity that you would like me to do, I'm trying to make these videos no more than 15, 20 minutes the most. But like I said, you can't control the cards. But if you have a reading that you would like me to do on a celebrity or someone significant in your life, just comment below, and I would love to do that. I would just love to do that. So thank you so much for tuning into Spiritual Messages from a Star. And also comment below if you know some other things or some things that line up and match with this reading. Please comment below. I would love to hear that also. So thank you so much, and I hope you subscribe, because when you subscribe to me, I subscribe back to you. And also hit the notification bell for any upcoming videos that I will have on celebrity readings and the signs that I'll be working on soon. And hit the notification bell over here, and the like button and the share button. to give it to some other people so they can see also some fans or that would like to know more about different celebrities. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I won't take much of your time, but I thank you. I thank you for tuning into Spiritual Messages from a Star. And I hope to see you again soon. God bless.